We're both raised here. We met through youth ministry. Our first date was the launch of 1122 at San Pablo. That was the beginning of the rest of our lives, I guess. So we have two really beautiful little children. Our oldest son, Graham, is almost 3.5 years old now, and then we have a 1.5-year-old little girl, and her name is Ellie.
We had been married for like 5 years, and we were both careers were going well. Like I said, we had an amazing family and friendships, discipleship group, and we were so excited to be welcoming our first baby, and everything just seemed like perfect. And he was born at about 11 days old. I just knew something wasn't right with him. I told Ben he's working too hard to breathe. Anyways, we ended up in the emergency room, and then hours later, the cardiologist came in, and our entire world just turned upside down starting then. And he went on to tell us how he has multiple severe congenital heart defects, and he was going to require massive heart surgery. It was just also overwhelming. It was hard to hear.
Defeat was all I could feel. I was like, I don't know how to help him. I don't know how to help her. And I don't even really know how to help myself. It was probably the darkest I've ever experienced. It's easy to become paralyzed with fear because you just don't know what the next step is. And then taking that fear and replacing it with faith.
I remember knowing this battle is God's, and He's got us. He is going to carry us through. And all we could do truly at that time was just worship Him through it.
We definitely spent a lot of time with our hands on Graham praying, and a lot of time with people's hands on us praying.
I mean, our Jacksonville community and church community was just quick to respond, I guess, like scripture cards, bringing meals to the hospital. We were just incredibly loved on and cared for, and we knew that was the love of God just kind of wrapping us up in His arms.
Those memory verses that you were taught when you were a child stick with you forever. And it was just count it all joy, brethren, when you experience trials of various kinds, knowing that the testing of your faith will produce endurance or steadfastness. And so what do you do when you're staring at a giant? And I think about the story of David a lot, but it doesn't say anywhere that he didn't have fear or he wasn't afraid, but he trusted what he believed God was going to do. Even though we were afraid, it didn't stop us from moving. We believed that God was going to do what He promised to do. There's just so many beautiful things, whether it's worship or prayer or community or scripture, that if you just immerse yourself in those things, you almost have no option but to face the giant.
So we actually just had follow-ups with Graham's surgeon out in Texas, and he said Graham's doing great. He is developing and growing beautifully. His first soccer game, he was the last kid on the field, still playing. We don't really know exactly what his future, whether he will need, what he'll need medically, but we're just trusting God has him.